Most artists think that their art is about what they create, but in reality, it's about who you are. Behind every artist, brand, and story is a deeper identity, something psychological, and no one explained this psychology quite like Carl Jung. Today, we're going to talk about Carl Jung's 12 artist archetypes, what they are, where they come from, how they shape the worlds that we create as artists, and how understanding your archetype can help you build a stronger connection between you and your audience. If we haven't had the chance to meet, I'm Jeff Diggs, head of artist development for Double M Studios. My job at the studio is to guide artists just like you from your current situation to your desired goal with as few mistakes as possible, while still embracing all of the lessons I had to learn through my years of trial and error. I've been making music for over 10 years, professionally recording for a little over 5 years now, and songwriting for about 3. And although my time in this artist development space is brief compared to other people, my experience in playing every position there is to play in the studio has allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of how to connect an artist with their audience. Now that we've gotten to know each other a little bit, let's jump into it.
Take a leap of faith, they say how far down. Take it all the way, they say what's too proud, I don't know. Too close from where I need to be. Too far to turn back now.
Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist from the early 1900s who believed that all humans share something he called the collective unconscious, a deep memory bank of symbols, patterns, and stories that live in all of us, across cultures and generations. From Greek mythology to African folklore, he noticed that people all over the world were using the same 12 characters in all of their stories. And these characters are what Jung called archetypes, universal characters with their own unique character traits that represent different parts of the human experience. When you see an artist that you deeply connect with, it's not just their music or visuals, it's the archetype or character that they embody that's speaking to your subconscious. So let's break down these 12 archetypes or characters and talk about how they show up in our art. The innocent character or archetype seeks simplicity, optimism, and happiness. These type of artists keep things lighthearted, tend to reject negativity, and always seem to find the silver lining in every situation. The everyman is an archetype that wants belonging and connection. Artists like Ed Sheeran or SZA, even Post Malone. They make you feel seen and validate all the normal things that we go through just being human. Whether that's a breakup, feeling homesick, or being completely fine with being in an open relationship. The hero is someone who aims to prove their worth through courage and strength, or inspire others to be strong and courageous in situations where most would be weak. An example of this type of archetype or character would be Nas B or Nipsey Hussle. Someone who inspires and motivates and uses their platform to breathe life into other people. The caregiver serves and nurtures others. Literally think of a mother or a mother-like figure when thinking of this archetype. Of course, there are other artists that fit this archetype, but there's no one quite like India Arie. She literally embodies somebody who just wants the best for people. The explorer is somebody who craves freedom and adventure. That's your Kid Cudis, your Steve Lacy's, Diplo, artists who are always trying to find something new and enjoy having their comfort zone challenged. The rebel is an artist who breaks rules to create change. That's Tupac, and most notably in our generation, that's Kanye West. Someone who sees how the system can be different for better or worse and is actively using their platform to change it. The lover seeks intimacy, beauty, and passion. We have The Weeknd, Sade, Sabrina Claudio, those artists who use romance and romance-related things, topics to push their message. The creator is an artist who is driven by imagination and expression. That's Prince, Frank Ocean, and literally Tyler, the Creator. The jester is somebody who lives to bring joy and make life a little lighter. Think of Lil Yachty's early work, Doja Cat's early work, Anderson .Paak, Lil Dicky. These artists make light of heavy situations and act as a sense of comic relief. The sage, the artist who pursues truth and wisdom. That's your J. Cole's and your Lauryn Hills. The magician, somebody who transforms reality through vision and insight. For this one, we can go back to Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy era, or Travis Scott's world building in general. And lastly, we have the ruler, someone who takes control, builds empires, and sets standards. That's your Jay-Z's, your Rihanna's, your Beyoncé's. People who value power, structure, and influence. Each archetype or character represents a deep emotional truth, a motive that drives the way you create, speak, and connect. And when you lean into your dominant archetype, your art starts to feel more consistent, more intentional, and more powerful. Every artist builds a world, a space where people can come to feel something specific. And the foundation of that world is your archetype or character. For example, if you're a rebel, your world might be raw, unpredictable, challenging the norm. If you're a lover, your world might feel sensual, emotional, and vulnerable. And if you're a creator, it might feel like a universe of ideas and colors. These worlds attract people who see themselves in that energy. It's not about chasing trends. It's about consistency in your emotional message. Because people don't just follow artists for songs. They follow them for how those songs make them feel about themselves. Knowing your archetype, fully embodying your character, helps you find your authentic voice. It helps you stop mimicking other artists. It helps you build consistency. Your visuals, lyrics, and tone all tell the same emotional story. It helps you attract your audience, people who actually get your message. It helps you stay grounded. Even when the industry changes, you know what you represent. When you don't know what you represent, you don't know your archetype, you don't know the character that you are, you end up copying random aesthetics, chasing trends, and ultimately confusing your potential audience. But when you do know it, everything aligns and makes perfect sense. Your songs, your visuals, your interviews, even your silence has meaning. So, how do you find out which archetype you are? We're gonna start with these 3 questions. What emotion do I naturally evoke in people? Do people say you inspire them, comfort them, or challenge them? What are people saying your music or you in general make them feel? What themes show up in my art or content the most? It could be love, freedom, power, truth, rebellion, peace, joy. What kind of world do I want people to feel when they enter my brand? Think about the colors, the visuals, tone, even how you talk online. From there, we can pick 2 or 3 archetypes that feel close. Then we narrow it down to one core archetype and a secondary one. For example, you might be a creator with a sage secondary, meaning your art is imaginative but rooted in truth and insight. Or a rebel with a lover secondary, using passion to push against the system. Once you're confident in the answers to those questions, everything becomes so much easier to brand and communicate. You know what you stand for, you know your message, you know who you're speaking to. This eliminates the need to find your audience. Simply find your archetype or your character, and they will find you. At the end of the day, your art is simply a reflection of human nature. When you understand the character behind your creativity, you'll stop making content just to look productive and start building real connection. Your archetype isn't just your artistic identity. It's the bridge between who you are and the people who are waiting to feel seen through you. So with that being said, which archetype are you? Leave a comment below and let us know why you think this is your character, this is your archetype. And if what we went over today still doesn't make that much sense, I put a Find Your Archetype guide in the description. Go ahead and download it, take some time with it, sit with these questions, really think about your answers. And if you need further help, feel free to reach out to me on all social platforms at Jeff Diggs Jr. If you also want a complete, comprehensive guide showing you how I'd personally build a strong artist foundation top to bottom, get my artist development book Audience, also in the description. Be sure to follow the studio on all social platforms at Double M Studios, and I'll see you in the next one.
Take a leap of faith, they say how far down, take it all the way, they say what's too proud, I don't know, too close from where I need